everyone. Welcome to WitchSlapped's. My name is Rowell,
I'm Christina.
I'm Dani.
and we are going to be talking about Paramount Plus's Wolfpack. And if you haven't seen it yet, you can get a free trial. Visit wolfpacktrial.com for your free trial to check out Wolfpack on Paramount Plus. And so on this show, we will be talking about, I'm repeating myself, about Wolfpack. And for those who watched Teen Wolf on MTV, you guys will love this show. I'm addicted to it. I love the tone, the music, the vibe, the cast. The cast is super gorgeous. They're all so pretty. And yeah, so we're going to talk about the first two episodes. The first one is episode 1, From a Spark to a Flame. Christina, can you tell everyone what that episode is about?
Yeah, of course. So, a California wildfire traps a bus full of high school students, including Everett and Blake, who have an encounter with something lurking in the flames and smoke. Luna and Harlan cross the fire line in a desperate search for their missing park ranger father, while arson investigator Kristen Ramsey arrives on the scene. And the teleplay is by Jeff Davis, and it's directed by Jason Einsler. Einsler.
Okay, I gotta say, so I have a whole bunch of Apple devices near my TV. So in the opening where, there's the bus of students, right? And one of them goes, "Hey, Phoebe." My devices thought it said, "Hey, Siri." So it started like talking back, like, "Oh, hi, how can I help you?" So did it just go? Okay. So I don't know who else I don't know who else this happened to, but I thought that was really funny that yeah, like Siri can't tell if anyway. Right. Okay. And so Dani, this show brings the return of like such an iconic actress. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oh my God. I love her so much. I've been a fan of Sarah since Buffy. I'm sure you guys watched Buffy too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cool to see her like not only as an executive producer of the show, but also like a pretty important character in this story.
Yeah, it's awesome to have her back on our screens.
She plays Kristen, who is a arson investigator.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And within the first 2 episodes, we don't see her much, but hopefully, like in the upcoming episodes, we see a lot of her. I haven't seen Buffy, or
Can't believe that.
I know. I mainly know her from I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh,
Okay.
yep, that's a good one.
And her small part in Scream 2, where she gets killed off.
What about Cruel Intentions?
Yeah, Cruel Intentions.
I never saw that.
Love her in that.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Same.
And then as the arson investigator, I don't know. So, there was a whole bunch of people on that street. I'm sure it's like a big town or a small town or whatever. But why is she so convinced that the arsonist is on that bus? Can someone give me some insight on that?
I don't know if they've revealed that yet. I think in one of like the promotional trailers for like the next episode, we see a little clip of the device that was used to set the fire. So maybe because of that evidence, they might think that a teenager built it, or I'm not even sure what it is, but maybe that's a clue. I have no idea.
I would just guess that they have other information that they're not sharing, or connections to somehow know what's going on in the wolf world or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then there are 4 main teams that are on the show right now. Talk about them. So there's Everett, there's Blake, and then there's the twins, Luna and Harlan. Harlan?
Yes.
What do you guys think about those characters?
I adore them. I think they're all super cute. They all have their own cool personalities. I I adore Blake and Everett. I think they are so cute.
You've got the best ship name for him too.
Yes, Ever Blake. How perfect
Love
is that?
It kind of is perfect.
And then, so like Dani, they are the four of them. They are called to the woods, and what is that? What brings them there?
Well, they all four of them hear some sort of howling. We don't know where the howling is coming from, but they're all like compelled to run to the same location that's in the forest under the moon. That's almost full. I think there's like a couple more nights before it's full moon, and it's a complete surprise to everyone when all four of them show up, because you have the twins who are werewolves. So of course they're going to hear it, but then they go to the spot and here comes Everett from school, and then all of a sudden Blake from school is there, and everyone's just kind of like, what is happening? And that's when it's revealed to the twins that these two people have been bit.
Oh, you know what I love though? Before that, when we see Harlan at the club and he runs into his sister, and we just think they're just normal people. And then Luna goes, "Oh, my smell, like my sense of smell or whatever, it's getting stronger or whatever." And then I'm like, wait, what? And then we find out that they're werewolves, and I was like, whoa, that is so cool. You know what I mean? Because so that was really exciting. A cool way to reveal that there are already other existing werewolves in the story. That
I'm interested just to see, since they grew up knowing who they are and everything about it, what the difference is with them and the like Everett and Blake now just having this happen to them instead of being born into it.
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
And speaking of being born into it, they're so cute as like little werewolves. Did you remember?
Little puppies.
So cute. And then there's I know, Dani, I know you did like a whole deep dive into like the mythology of the show. Can you talk a little bit about that?
When it comes to lore, I'm always interested to see how shows are going to put their own twist on things. And so far with the show's werewolf mythology, we know that people can be born werewolves, right? With Luna and Harlan, and then you can also be bitten and turn into a werewolf. There seems to be something about being bitten and not actually killed. If you are able to survive all the way until the full moon happens, I think that means that you can remain a werewolf, or you are able to fully transition into a werewolf. That's what I'm getting. I'm not sure if that's correct. But what I find sort of fascinating with this mythology is that when bitten by a werewolf, the werewolf is then compelled to kill off that person rather than allowing them to transform into a werewolf themselves, and thus, sort of adding to the pack. So I'm curious to see where that's going to go. I'm wondering is it all werewolves that are going to try to kill off these people who've been bit, or is it just one particular wolf? Is it the biological father who's trying to kill off these people who have been bitten? I don't know. I think it could go a whole bunch of different ways. And then also there's a strange tie to the forest fires. Because another thing that we've learned is when Luna and Harlan were discovered by their dad who raised them, and I am forgetting his name right now.
Garrett,
thank you. By Garrett. That was a huge forest fire. And so this one that just happened is the biggest in those 16 years since that one. And so is that fire being used as some sort of guise to allow the werewolves to come into civilization and attack people? Like what is the tie in that? And if that's the case, was it a werewolf that lit the fire?
Wow, that's
and I could go into like some theories that I have cooking in my head, but I might save it for a little bit.
I love the way your minds work, you, Christina, and you, Dani. Like, oh, it's so, like, oh my gosh. Yeah. You guys should be like writers for like television or something. It's like so cool.
I would love to, knock on wood, one day it will
Right.
happen.
Something about me. When I was a kid, I used to have really, really super, super bad asthma. So I used to go to the hospital like all the time. I was intubated twice. That's how bad my asthma
Wow.
was. So,
Wow.
and the reason why I bring this up is because I'm used to having IVs put in. And on all these shows, they show all these patients like just pull off their IV, and then that, everything. And Dani, because you're like a medical person too, right? When you pull out your IV, you bleed out, right? Like there's blood coming out, right? So if you pull it out and you don't put like a band-aid on it with some gauze or
Yeah.
whatever, I mean, you'll just like continue to bleed because the IV goes into a vein, right? So that's one thing that was like bugging me, and like not only on this show, but like a whole bunch of other shows where they pull out of. Anyways, for the phone call. Okay, so have any of you guys seen Teen Wolf by any chance? No.
Mm.
Okay.
I met
So,
Tyler Posey though.
oh, he's so
Oh,
funny.
cool.
Yeah, at Warp Tour, we were backstage and then on stage for the same set for a band, and we're just like rocking with each other.
Nice.
It's cool.
Oh, speaking of Teen Wolf, the movie is out right now on Paramount Plus. Then again, visit wolfpacktrial.com for your free trial to Paramount Plus. And so the phone call, the reason why I bring up Teen Wolf is because the voice on the phone, it sounds like one of the werewolves from Teen Wolf.
Oh, interesting.
The actor
Mhm.
is Ian Bowen. I don't know if they're going to do like some kind of crossover where his character from that show is that, yeah, or it's just like it might be just like an Easter egg, like cameo, because Jeff Davis, who worked on Teen Wolf, he also works on this show. So that could just be like, I mean, he probably won't play a big character in the show if it is the same character as from Teen Wolf. But it sounded like, am I the only one who, let us know if you think it sounds like Ian Bowen from Teen Wolf, yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go into episode 2. It's called Too Bitten, Too Born. And Dani, what is this episode about?
All right, so the description of the episode is, as the full moon reaches its peak, Everett, Blake, Luna, and Harlan are drawn together by an unknown force. Kristen locks into the group as suspects as Garrett tries to survive the wildfire. This episode is written by Emily Islami and Jeffrey Neves and directed by Joseph P. Gaynor.
Yes.
I hope I
Okay.
pronounced that correctly.
So far, the main four. So what I picked up, like what we know and what has been revealed, is it looks like, so Luna, as we learned from the first episode, she has the smell, right? And Harlan has hearing, and Blake, I guess she has speed because she's running a lot and that.
Just not with Dani timing her.
And then Everett, I guess he has strength because when he punched through the thing, he seemed really surprised, right? So my question to you guys would be, Dani, what you going to say something?
Yes.
Go
And
ahead.
now I'm totally second guessing myself. I looked up like the meaning of each person's name.
Ooh.
And I believe Everett means, oh no. Never mind.
Tell us.
I could look at, hold on, I have it written down. I can't believe I just forgot because I was thinking about it earlier too. Yeah, okay. So Everett, it's like an Old English and he has Hebrew origin as well. Brave as a wild boar, or it could mean boar strong. So I thought that was interesting that his talent, I guess, or his specialty is strength. Yeah.
And then you said you looked at the other names. Well, tell us more.
I did. Okay. I'm such a nerd. Okay, so Harlan, Harlan means dweller of the boundary wood. Not sure how that ties into it, but interesting. Luna means moon. And then Blake has her name is very interesting because it contradicts itself. It could mean either black, dark, bright, shining, or pale.
Complete
All of
opposite.
those things contradict each other.
But I feel
hoping
like
that
that's
gonna,
kind of how she is. I feel like she's kind of a contradictory in herself.
yeah, she's kind of hard to read. Like she puts walls up. I'm hoping it might be even a deeper meaning for her. Like maybe later on we'll see that she I don't know, ties into the mystery of everything somehow. I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, so they all have their own little powers. So I wanted to ask you guys, if you became a werewolf, what kind of power would you like? What kind of super ability would you guys want to have?
Is it just for those four, or do we get others?
Whatever you want. No, whatever. What kind of
If
for
I
you
were
guys?
a
So
wolf.
yeah, I'll go first while you guys think of yours.
Okay.
So I want my power to be the power of sight, because I am super blind. This is like -7.75, and this is like -8.
Even more than
my
me.
lenses are pretty thick. So
Yeah, I
what's
was like,
your
mine are. Mine's 550, I think, -550.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Your sight is better than mine. But yeah, my sight is like, because it's like over 7 or what, -7, I don't even qualify for LASIK. Yeah. The only eye correction surgery I can have is where they implant like a contact lens under your eye.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
That sounds but okay, so
sounds terrifying.
power of sight. I wish I had like 20 or maybe better than 20/20 vision so I can see everything. Okay, what about you, Christina?
I'm torn between being able to run fast because of my job, but also being able to jump far because of my job that I do during the
What do you
day.
do?
I work with special education students in middle schools. So I'm very active with them, and
You just want to run away from the kids?
No, they run away from us, and we have
so they have to chase after them. I got it.
I'm sprinting constantly after students, getting away from classes.
Okay, awesome. What about you, Dani?
It's fun.
I think speed. I think I'd want to be able to run fast. Because you can do a lot of things like that. Or excuse me, you can do a lot. I'm having a hard time speaking for some reason. You can do a lot of things with speed. You can jump really far. You can clear buildings, and I don't know.
I just realized we all have like pretty cool jobs. Like I've been working in the healthcare field for like for almost 5 years now. Christina, she's a teacher.
I'm not a teacher, but I'm a paraprofessional.
Yeah, and then so yeah, you work with like kids, and then Dani, she's like a scientist,
science person,
researcher.
Yes, science.
So like, do you work with like petri dishes and like droplets?
I do actually, yeah. I work in plant cell biology and biotechnology.
That's awesome.
Sounds really good. All right, so moving on. So what's crazy to me is like, so you know, at the end of episode 1, all 4 of them, their eyes start glowing, right? And then in this episode, Harlan just doesn't want to trust them, and I'm like, I would be like, oh, you know, if your eyes glow like mine, we're obviously like the same. And so why do you guys think that Harlan is like does not want to trust Blake and Everett?
I feel like he's used to his circle being so tight with just him, Luna, and Garrett that he is afraid to let anyone in other than just a quick hookup.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. It almost seems like the only person he truly trusts is Luna, because we find out that he has some issues with his dad, Garrett. You know, when Garrett is recording a message to Harlan and Luna, he talks about like sort of butting heads and stuff with Harlan. Yeah, and you know, like there's got to be some sort of fear of abandonment or something, because him and his sister were abandoned when they were pups. Yeah, I don't know.
And jumping on that, what I love about the scene with Garrett in the woods, and there are moments where he almost feels like he's giving up, but then he
Mm,
just remembers his kids, and that gives him the
yeah.
motivation to keep on going, which I thought was really awesome and lovely and stuff. So that was nice. And yeah, eventually, like, he gets caught. I mean, he gets captured, or saved is what I should rescued. Captured.
All the
Um,
above.
Yeah.
all of the above. And yeah, and then the twins, they go to the hospital. There are videos on YouTube of compilations or montages of all the gay scenes from Teen Wolf. It's all over YouTube. And then I feel like Jeff Davis is doing the same with this show. Like he's giving the gays, like the gay guys, at least, like what they want by, in episode 1 with Harlan, there's that scene in the club, and then this time there's Harlan's at the gym, and it's all a dream, but there's like they're making out and stuff like that. So I feel like Jeff Davis is giving the male gays like what they but I do want to see some queer women in the show as well. I think that would be fun.
Same. Yeah.
Maybe Kristen, Sarah Michelle
Hopefully it's Kristen. I'm just
Gellar.
gonna say I'm hoping.
Right?
Please let her have a wife and kids at home.
Yes. Oh my God, that would be so cute. Like, she would just get a call like, oh no, I'm still in blah blah blah. I can't come home. Like, oh, how are the kids? Oh, oh, I love you, Rachel, or whatever. And then yeah, I think that would be really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so I think it's this episode where we see that Everett gains 10 pounds of muscle. And then in the earlier episode, we see that Blake's, she has acne scars, and that clears up. Uh, so another question I want to pose to you guys is, what is one thing about you, or a quality, or something with you that you want, like, if you were a werewolf, you would want it to, get better, or and this is different from the ability question.
Mhm.
So what would you guys want?
Oh, well, that opens up so many other things. I was like, physical. I was just gonna say, I just want my hair to be like perfect all the time.
Oh yes.
Perfect texture, length, consistency, everything. I just want perfect hair.
And speaking of hair, Christina, I like your haircut.
Thanks. It's grown out.
What about you, Dani?
Oh man. I'm gonna say, if it's possible to get rid of my anxiety, I would want that taken.
Yes.
And I think what made me I think what
I
made me
changed
think
my
about
answer to
that. I think what made me think about that is Everett. Like, from the very beginning of the show, we learned that he struggles with anxiety. I'm just like, oh man, I feel you so much. I totally understand. So yeah, if like all of my mental health challenges could be solved, then that would be amazing.
Yeah. So for me, I've struggled with like eczema for a really long time, and it's cleared up a lot, but like it's still, and I'm super self-conscious about it. Like but just like with Blake, like I just want my skin to clear up. And then another thing, this is similar to what Dani just said. Like, I just want to be more happy, you know what I mean? Like mental health and stuff like that. And I am taking like antidepressants. I actually, this might be like TMI, but so I'm now on 30 milligrams of fluoxetine, which is an antidepressant. I was on 20 milligrams, but I needed to up my dose because a whole bunch of stuff is like going on with me. But so yeah, I just want to be happy, y'all. So
Yeah, no, I get it. And I don't think it's TMI at all. I think a lot of people take prescription drugs to help them cope with what they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. I'm one of those people. So I totally get it. I take an anti-anxiety antidepressant. So it is okay to talk about. And yeah,
this is a safe space, everyone.
it is a safe space.
Well, we want to promote, good and healthy, positive mental health awareness and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so the main two are Blake and Everett, who I'm loving already.
Mhm.
And they have like a special bond. And Dani, you said what was their hashtag?
Ever Blake. That is the
That
ship name.
is that what's going on? Like hashtag Ever Blake. Is that the
Yes,
name?
we
Is
got to
that
use it.
yeah?
Huh?
Is that the official? Is that the one that's
Oh,
going?
I don't know. I don't know if it is.
I
I just
like it. Did
kind
you come
of
up with that? Or like, yeah,
I did.
that's so cool.
And if it's not out there already, hopefully it takes
Yeah.
off because I think it's a cute name.
Mhm.
And yeah, they're bonded because of the bite, right? Yeah. And there is
Like
a
dreaming of each
scene.
other and stuff.
Yeah.
What?
They're dreaming of each other.
Seeing each
Right,
other in
yeah.
bed.
And I
Yeah.
noticed that especially like Blake, she keeps seeing him. Like like so yeah. I don't know if has Everett had visions of her too, or is it just Blake?
I think they both have had visions of each
Okay.
other. Yeah. And then at the end of this last episode, what is it? 2?
Ooh.
Um they almost kiss, right?
Mhm. They got real close.
We got super close.
So close. I loved it.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me of going back to that gym scene with Harlan when he's picturing himself with that guy. That kind of made me think that maybe that guy is also a werewolf, because it wasn't just like him sort of fantasizing. It was like he was getting locked in that vision with that guy. And it's kind of similar to the vision we were seeing with Blake and Everett. Just putting that out there. I don't know if that's right or not, but I have a feeling.
I will keep an eye on that for sure.
Yeah, that's actually a good theory because um Blake and Everett can't be the only two who are bitten, right? Like
And plus Connor now,
Mhm.
yeah, we
but
meet
who knows
Connor.
what happened to him?
Right. So Connor goes to Everett's place or vice versa. No, I think he goes to Everett's place and they're studying and they see his bite on the back. And then he goes to the hospital and he gets the call, right? And then he leaves and oh my gosh, that scene where he's on his foot.
Oh
You know
my
what I
God, on the
mean?
cast.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
breaking the
couldn't. I
cast of his
couldn't.
broken
Oh,
leg.
yeah. And then I guess like the
I think the wolf got him.
wolf got
Yeah.
him. So do you guys think he's
Big bad
dead?
wolf.
Maybe?
Ooh. When I saw that scene, I was thinking yes, but now that you've posed that question, for some reason, I'm thinking maybe he wasn't killed. Maybe the werewolf took him to his
Might be used as
den.
bait
Oh,
to
Yeah.
get Blake and Everett.
oh, you know what would be so cool? I don't know if what if when the werewolf like kills people, he can take their form?
Ooh, that'd be a fun mythology.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
well,
lore, I mean.
and then no, I think in like the coming episodes we will see Connor, but his leg is completely fine. And then that's gonna like tip some people off. They're like, huh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And another scene that I love is with with Everett and Blake's brother, Dani. You know, when they're in the motel room and he's playing with the fidget spinner and stuff like that. And throughout the episodes, we see that Dani is like really perceptive and stuff.
Mhm.
Do you think he is really like he's really smart and he catches up on things and he actually saw the big wolf in the bushes, right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he plays like a big part of the whole story. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think he definitely has potential too. Because like you said, he notices things that other people aren't aware of, including the werewolves. And tell me if I'm wrong. Wasn't there more than one set of eyes when Dani
I
was
thought
like looking
so.
out into the distance? I think there was a few, right?
Oh, that is so cool. Okay. I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
I figured
Maybe
there's
it's
a
maybe
pack.
it's a Dani thing. I don't know.
No, I think you're right because that would be so cool. Because I think the episode I like the screener that I saw, like the quality wasn't that great, so I probably like missed it. But that would be really cool. Yeah. are there any theories of who you guys think the big bad wolf might be, or the big? Because I think something's up with Kristen. I don't know, but what if she is the thing? You know what I mean? Because she said in an
Mm,
interview, there's stuff that will come out eventually, like further down. But yeah,
I think
don't
she
have-
knows more about what's happening
Mhm.
than she's letting on, but I don't think she is a part of it. I think she's just knows about it and maybe trying to stop it.
do we know who's the mother of the twins yet? What if it's Kristen? No,
That'd be crazy.
right?
That would be crazy.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
I don't have a theory on who like the big bad alpha wolf is. Um, but I kind of have a theory on, or have a guess on who might have been the arsonist.
Tell us.
Okay. I'm kind of thinking it might have been Luna
Ooh.
because she has shown some desperation to find her pack. And maybe she maybe she made that link between like the big forest fire and the wolves. So she was hoping that it would coax them out or something. I could totally be wrong. I don't
I
know.
could see that though.
I like that. Oh my god.
It would be a pretty cool twist.
And then it just backfires on her, thinking it's going to bring her to her pack, but instead it brings all this trouble and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the very end, Kristen finds Everett with Connor's, what's left of Connor's cast. And yeah, then boom, black. So, oh, what are you guys hoping for the next episode of Wolfpack?
I kind of want to know what happens to Connor. Just whether he did get killed, like let them find his body or something, or evidence that he's being kept somewhere. But then there's so much going on with so many other people.
I would like some more backstory on Harlan and Luna. And maybe we'll be able to get that now that Garrett is back safely.
Yes.
And I think the other thing is I really want to know who this person is that keeps calling.
Yes.
To warn them.
Yeah.
Are they a werewolf, or are they just a human who's been sort of keeping tabs on the werewolves?
And are their intentions good or bad in letting them know? You know what I mean?
Yes.
What if it's Kristen that's calling them? Using a voice thing to warn them.
Who knows? It could be.
See, I feel like she knows more than she's letting on. So
yeah.
So then would she have called Everett to leave the hospital before she went there because she didn't want the
oh, that's true.
officer?
Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
No, but like maybe she did, because you know how she went to the hospital with the police officer? Maybe she was trying to save Everett from being questioned by the police officer. So maybe that's why she might have called and tipped him off, you know what I mean? Or something.
Maybe.
I think I was wrong.
That would be cool though. She has a voice changer like in Scream, like
right.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm loving the show. I think it's super intense. And yeah, I'm like out of words right now. I can't even.
It is a great show. It has a lot of interesting things that I think they're setting up. I'm enjoying the lore that they're creating. The music is good. The way it's shot is interesting and keeps it suspenseful. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really good season.
For sure.
All right. Thanks everyone so much for watching. We are excited to continue, doing this for the show. And if you're also interested in The Watchful Eye and Freeform, go watch our other after show thing about that. It's also on this channel. And be sure to like, follow, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all our social media channels. I'll leave all of our socials, Dani's socials, Christina's socials in the description box below. And it has also appeared throughout this video. And until then, we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Oh, wait, we forgot to do. Okay, I'm Rowell.
Oh, I'm Christina.
I'm Dani.
Okay, now, bye.
Bye, guys.